this? This is a Vicks Humidifier thing. It's like a dehumidifier, but actually does the complete opposite, and won't go on my desk properly. So where a dehumidifier takes water out of the air, this adds water to the air, or something like that anyway. This was very kindly sent in from the Wonj from Portslade. And the Wonj from Portslade says, "Hi Steve, hope you're well. Here is something you might be interested in. Keen to know the cause of it inside. I suspect water damage. Here's hoping you get it working. History, it worked fine for many months, however the water does safe is hard and has to be cleaned every few months. One Saturday my other half cleaned it, yeah, blame the other half, yeah. And then it never worked again. Sad times. It's been in the attic for ages, saw your PO box, thought you might want to go versus e-waste. The green light should light up on the dial when you turn it on. Okay, good luck, keep up the good videos. Cheers, the Wonj." So thank you, the Wonj. So yeah, that's the on-off clicky thing there. So I presume we should get an illumination in there. Tell you what, let's plug it in and find out. I don't think that has to be attached, because there doesn't appear to be any micro switches or anything that I can see. But I'll try it both ways, so let's plug it in. In fact, before we plug it in, let's just make sure that the fuse is good. Multimeter in continuity. So we've got a 5-amp fuse inside. And the fuse is good. Let's plug it in. Okay, we're in. No. Okay, let's just put this on the top, just in case. How does it go? I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. Wow, I made hard work of that. Right, we've got that on, let's try it again. No, still doing nothing. I mean, does it need water in it to come on? I wouldn't have thought so. But then what do I know? Let me go and put some water in just in case. We have water. Oh. Well, it's still not coming on. Where did all that water go? Like, if I lift this up, where's that water going to be? Oh. It's inside it now. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think this through, did I? I'm going to unplug it and empty it. There you go, we're unplugged. I'm well aware that water and electricity doesn't mix very well. So I'm a little bit nervous. I better go and empty it. Right, we're empty. Let's take this thing apart and let's see if we can figure out what's going on.
You master skill, I appreciate it. Even though the haters will still say it, shh. It may be this is an easy fix for someone with skill, Bristol for sure. But that ain't me, Ed McLaughlin. So encouraging is where do I begin? Step 1, Brian Mitchell, start at the start. Step 2, leave beds, take the thing apart. Step 3, went raw, find the problem. Step 4, simple 4, just fix it then. If only it was that easy, free on TV. Cars down to Princess Wizard, this is Steve. He's a buffoon at best, certainly. But never mind that, here's the HHG. Steve's the panic, James Fryman, Ozzy B. Kissock's charging up, James and Danny. Frosty Cool, Slug Kid, Hakes, Annie Banks, John Crushik, Emma Westwood, Flux, Nate, Lucas, Sarah Super Andy, Jonathan Harden, Get the Money. Scott made a thing, Michael Biggie, Go to all Larry W, the Master G. Well, here we are, LPS is in. The humidifier, safe from the bin. But can it be saved? Time will tell. With this idiot in charge, it won't go well. Peace.
Right, well that was quite easy to get into. What have we got going on here? It looks very clean inside here. I can't see any signs of water damage whatsoever. So we've got the plug that goes straight into this connection here. Should probably open that up and have a look what's inside there. Ooh, there we go. Right. I suppose we should check continuity on the wire. So from the plug to that connector. So let's do that. So we should have, presume that one is live. So from there, should come up here, which it does. And then this one should come up here, which it does. And they are not shorted. I'd like to plug this in and see if we've got any power, but I'm worried. We've got a fuse here, 250 volt fuse. So I think what we should do, before we start doing anything that's potentially lethal, is we should take this board out and just see if we've got... Oh, is that rust? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, we need to take this board out. There's one component here. The legs look a little bit rusty. Let's take that out. Okay, can I now take that out of the plastic? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hello there.
Okay. I don't think that's got anything to do with the ruster that I could see there. I mean, maybe the fuse is gone, but we've got a huge burn mark right there. I think we'll just get that under the microscope, shall we? I suppose I should check that enormous cap there. I should have checked that earlier. That's 400 volts, and here's me sticking my fingers in it. Well, luckily, it doesn't look like the voltage is getting that far, so there's 0 there. Right, I think we're good. I don't think there's any voltage present in this, so let's just do the dangerous running metal screwdriver across it. Okay, we're good. Okay, oh, wow, right. So it looks like the bulk of it is here. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. It's hard to tell exactly where this has come from. Everything's just burnt. Is it going to be that chip? No, I don't think it is. It looks like it's here. That looks like the epicenter. So what have we got there? A resistor, 3 resistors? It's all just resistors. So what's on the other side of that? Is that this? Is that this component here? Is that a crack? Looks like we've got a crack running up here like that. Right, let's clean that up a bit. Isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%. No. Yeah, we've definitely got a crack on that. I think that's probably the cause of the problem. I think that has failed, burnt out, and it's burnt all the components around it. Maybe. So it's a JCS 4N60F. Right, it looks like it is a N-channel MOSFET. It looks like it's rated 600 volt 4 amp. Applications, high efficiency, switch mode, power supplies, electronic, lamp ballasts based on half bridge and UPS. Isn't that a delivery company? Right, let's go back to this and let's clean up the other side. And let's see if we can work out what's blown up and what hasn't. Luckily, I can still read those. That's 2R20, 2R20. That could be 2R40. That looks like a 4. I can still read those. These actually look alright, even though they were very charred at the beginning. Those ones look alright. It just looks like those 3. And then this is the point of the MOSFET. I only guess that one's gone as well, although it doesn't look that bad. Okay, so let's get the multimeter on ohms and check those resistors. Well, let's check this top one. So I think this should be 2R20 should be, what is that? Well, it's 2.6 megohms. Definitely shouldn't be that. Let's check that one. And that's 2.2 megohms. And that's 2.5 megohms. So they are definitely toast. Let's check this one. This should be 220. That's 7 megohms. I should check this one down here, 155, and can't remember what that should be. 18 megohms. I mean, what could be throwing this off is the MOSFET. This is obviously in circuit, but it appears that we're getting quite a lot of dodgy readings there. I think I'm going to take out this N-channel MOSFET. Just going to add some leaded solder into the equation. I think to make this easier, I am just going to heat that up with hot air. Doesn't want to come off. There we go. Well, let's just check those resistors now. We've got that off. These are the 3 that were particularly burnt. Is that showing as open now? Yeah, open. OL. OL. Oh wait, am I on the right thing here? Yeah, I'm not getting anything. These are all open. Oh, there we go. So that's 1 megohm. I think that was quite a high one anyway, but I don't believe it'll be 1 megohm. Right, first things first, let's see if I've got a replacement MOSFET thing for that thing. Surprisingly, I don't have the exact one, but I've got these here. The highest voltage on here is 500 volt 8 amp, and it's the IRF 840, which I believe is an N channel. I mean, I might just put that in for testing purposes. I will get the proper one, maybe. I mean, it's very possible that I put this in and it explodes. I better just make sure that the pinout is the same as that one, hadn't I? I don't see why it shouldn't be, but you never know. Right, so my replacement one is gate drain source. I mean, this is very low resolution, but I think it's this package here, and it's looks like gate drain source. It looks the same. I wish it was slightly higher resolution so I could double check though. Okay, I found a slightly better version, and it is gate drain source. So armed with that comforting bit of news, let's see if we can get this in here. So let's get this back under the microscope and let's replace these 7 resistors if we can work out what they are. I think I could work out what most of them were. The others, I'll just have to guess. Oh, you know what? The one thing I didn't check was the fuse, which is there. Let's see if we've got continuity through the fuse. No, we do not. Okay, so the fuse is gone, which you would expect when you've got such devastation on the board. Okay, so while we're here, let's take that fuse out. Has that got any markings on it? Right, it is 2.5 amp, 250 volt. I'm not sure I'm going to have any of them either. Right, I don't have any. I'm going to have to try and fit this in somehow. It's 250 volts, it's 2 amps, so I'd feel more comfortable with that in there. I don't think it's going to fit though. Right, I mean, that's not ideal, but it might work. I had to cut away a little bit of this plastic from here. I might need to cut more away, actually. Is that gonna work? Do you know what? I think it might. Let's test it. So from live pin here to this side of the fuse, yeah, it works. Sure, it's not pretty, but it's only for testing. And yeah, you guessed it, I don't have the right resistors either. I do have some 2.2 and some 2.4 ohms, which is what I believe these are. I think that's 2.2, 2.2, 2.4. Problem is, I've only got 0603s and I think they're going to be very small. But hey. Oh wow, these are far too small. I suppose the good thing is these will explode a lot quicker than the bigger ones. Well, they're definitely on.
Voiceover Steve here. This is taking far too long, so I'm just going to hurry things along a little bit. The resistors that were showing 155 are actually 1.5 megohm resistors, and that's what they were measuring. So I checked them again, and I'm going to leave them on the board because I think they're correct. The resistor that's 221 should be 220 ohms. When I take it off the pads like this, it is measuring OL. That's clearly gone, so I'm going to replace that one. Everything else around this area is fine, is measuring what I would expect it to. So let's test it. It's time.
Right, this is going to be fun. Right, I am very, very nervous right now. Okay, shall we plug it in? Okay, here goes. Right, it's in, and it hasn't exploded yet. I don't want to touch it. Well, it's not gone bang. we also don't have a green light on. Do I dare put the thing in with the water? What the hell, you only live once. Which in my case... Oh... Right, well, it's not working. But there could be more wrong with it. I mean, in all likelihood, there's going to be, right? Right, let's just see if the fuse is still intact. So we should be able to go from the live here to this side of the fuse. No, it's gone. So that's blown straight away. I mean, I'd quite like to plug it in like this, you know, and switch it on and just watch what happens. Let's just take this one out. I can see it's gone, actually. It's all charred and blackened inside. Right, this one's a 3 amp. Okay, I'm going to plug it in now. Here goes. Okay.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
Here goes.
Replay.
Something else exploded next to it. Whew. Yeah, this thing here exploded. I think I might be fighting a losing battle here. This scares the crap out of me. I think I have to admit that this is too far out of my comfort zone. I'm sure there are people watching this thinking, well, it's obviously the left flange. But I don't know that. And quite frankly, it scares me to death. It's a few days later, and I've just about recovered from that explosion. In the meantime, I've been shopping. I have bought the correct MOSFET to put in. I've also bought a replacement thermistor to replace the one that exploded the last time I tried to switch it on. And I've got a proper fuse, so I can take this bodgy fuse out, take this exploded component out, take this out because it may or may not be correct. But I'm also thinking that this must have some kind of a short on it because it exploded literally straight away. And it's been a few days and I can't remember whether when I first looked at this I checked for a short across both the AC inputs, but I mean I should have done. Did I? I can't remember. Multimeter in continuity anyway. So let's just check these two inputs. No, we do not have a short there. Right, so something must be shorted for it to explode that quickly, right? Let's check this MOSFET that I put in. Oh. Wait, why is it beeping and then going off? Oh, am I... Yeah, there is a short there. Is there like a coating on this board? No, that's still not shorted. What have we got here? Ah, that looks like a bridge rectifier. Let's check that. The bridge rectifier is shorted on both sides. So that should be taking the AC voltage and turning it into DC, but it's shorted together. So what I don't understand... Ah, it's because the fuse is gone, right? So if I did do it here and here... No? Is it because it's going through a resistor? Right, it's shorted from there, but then it's not shorted when you get to that point. So if I did check that, which again, I can't remember whether I did, it won't have shown me a short anyway. I think this bridge rectifier is gone. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these components here and replace them with the proper ones. See if the short's still there, which I'm guessing it will be. And then I'll see if I've got a bridge rectifier. I must have one somewhere. Right, let's do that. So these are 2 amp, 250 volt AC radial, and they're the same size as the last one, so hopefully these will work. Right, we're hoping these are correct. They look like the right ones, so that's good enough for me. Right, okay, so we've got the new MOSFET in, which is a direct replacement for the one that had cracked and exploded in the first part. We've got a new fuse in for the one that had blown, and we've got a new thermistor in. So that is all done. Let's just see if that short's still on the bridge rectifier. I'm guessing it will be. Yes, it is. So we've still got shorts on there and there. So I actually think that MOSFET was probably okay, because that is behaving exactly the same. I did actually buy some resistors as well in the right package size, but I actually think they might be okay. I'm going to take this bridge rectifier off. No, it is not. Check these Oh, the resistors are still short. Mind you, what were they? They're only 2 ohms, so they will be, right? That's no longer shorted. I'm going to assume that's okay. Probably foolishly. Right, let me see if I've got one of these bridge rectifiers. Can I even read that? Am I going to need the microscope? Is it going to be in focus at any point ever? No, is the answer to that. Let's get the microscope out. 210? BS210 something 29. Great. Looks like the same package. That says ABS210. Is that what I just said? Wait. It's definitely 210. Oh, do you know what? I think I might have got lucky there. I'm just going to put one of them in. What's the worst that can happen? Luckily, we've got plus and minus. And I think this had a plus and a minus on it. Yes, it does. Right, let's just whack that in. Oh, I can't put it on while the board's that dirty. It looks minging. I mean, it doesn't look much better, but oh well. Okay, let's just check that short has not magically reappeared. Nope. Right, we're good. One thing I didn't do, actually, was check that this was shorted. And, well, it obviously is, because it was beeping in circuit. Yep, there we go. I think both sides. Yeah, so that is dead. Bye-bye. Right, the only thing I'm worried about now, we've got the new bridge rectifier on, but I'm worried about these resistors. With the exception of the 2.4, which I don't think I have, I'm just going to switch out these 2.2 for a bigger package. I mean, that one was barely hanging on, wasn't it? Because there wasn't a lot of the trace left. So I'm going to leave that 2R4, and I'm going to replace these 2R2s. As you can see from this, we've got 2.2, but we don't have 2.4 for whatever reason. Okay, I just have to assume that that's going to be okay. But we all know what happens when we assume.
When you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption.
And we'll see what explodes this time. Hopefully nothing. Now let's just make sure it's off. It is off. Although last time when I plugged it in, it just exploded straight away. Oh, I'm very nervous. Okay, here goes. Right, we're in, and it's not exploded. I'm gonna get the hand. All I want to see is a green light here, or whatever colour light it is, and then I'll be happy. I'll put it back together and we can test it, but I'm still very, very nervous doing this. Oh, I don't like it. Okay. No. There's definitely no LED inside there. I wonder if that fuse has gone straight away. Or whether it needs to see water in this before it works. That is a possibility. I just want to see if... Oh, I can reach it from there. Right, let's put this in continuity. There we go. And let's just make sure that fuse hasn't blown straight away. No, it hasn't. The thermistor hasn't blown. I think I'm going to put this back together. And I'm going to put some water in. Because maybe it has to see water before it works. I don't actually know. Okay, we've got water in. We're off. Let's plug it in. Okay, let's switch it on. No. Nope. Ah, damn. Just checking that this fuse hasn't gone. No. Right, back to the drawing board.
So back to the drawing board I went. I ran around for ages, taking things off this board. There was a safety capacitor near where the voltage comes in that had a little black mark on it. I thought, let's replace that. I took it out of circuit, tested fine. I replaced it anyway, made no difference. I looked at the optocoupler, which I think it's made the video. There was a bit at the beginning where it was a little bit rusty. So optocoupler, opto-isolator, I can't remember what it's called. I swapped it out for a like-for-like replacement. It made no difference. I looked at the transformer. There was voltage before the transformer. There was nothing on the other side of the transformer. There was no low voltage getting through this board, and I couldn't for the life of me work out why. I even took the transformer apart and unwound it just to see if there was any breaks in it. There wasn't. It was a complete waste of time, but I did it anyway. And yeah, let's just pick it up where live performing Steve can tell you that he's had enough.
Okay, I've been looking at this for hours now, and this video is in danger of being 14 hours long. I'm going to cut most of it out, because most of it is just me running around like a headless chicken, taking things off and swapping them out and not getting anywhere, really. So I've kind of given up. However, I thought, why don't we just try bypassing the 240 volts input? Because it scares me to death, and we have external power supplies these days. So I've hooked up my bench power supply. I've got it on 10 volts, which I think it might be 12 volts that it runs off on this side. I've connected it up. We've got it connected here, and I'm about to switch it on. And let's just see if it explodes, just for fun. Okay, here we go. We have fan spin. We have fan spin. That is the most this thing has ever done. Do we have a light on? No, we do not. Oh, it beeps! And we have a light! That looks like it says no water. Or something, I don't know what that means. It's beeping. So my thinking is here, can I just use a 12 volt power supply? Connect it in, hook it up to the low voltage side, forget about the other side completely, and just basically bodge it. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I can. And because this video is already far too long, I'm just going to do it, and then I'm going to show you when it's done. Right, I think I'm done. So we've got power cord going in here, we've got a switch to switch it on and off there. Power adapter. Let's just plug this in. Let's see if this works. I know it's a bodge, but I don't care. Right, well, it's not doing anything now, but then I haven't switched it on. Let's switch it on. I can hear the fan. It beeped. Okay, I'm going to put some water in this. The water's going in. Okay. Right, switch it on. And we'll switch it on here. Well, I can feel it coming out, but I expected it to be like misty. There's definitely air coming out of here. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know. Right, I'm thinking that the heating element, or the whatever it is that makes the mist, requires more voltage, so I don't think this is going to work. Right, I got some life out of it. It's blowing through here, but I think it's just the fan. I don't know. For the life of me, I've got no idea what's wrong with this. So I think I'm going to have to give up. It is a big fat fail. I tried. Trust me, I tried. But this is very, very, very stupid.
Disco